Hello, this is Mr. Vargas, and today we are going to be making a few additions to our Flying Aces Part 1 project. I decided to not assign Part 2 just yet because it does have some new coding things, and I'd prefer to give you a full period to do that. So instead, we're just going to do a couple of the first items from Part 2, and that will put us in good shape for Friday. So what I'm gonna have you add is an end screen, which should be easy. We've done this several times already. And also we're gonna add the enemy plane, and we're just gonna code its movement. On Friday, we'll make it so that it will, die, or that it will get destroyed when it hits a bullet, and also that it will destroy you when it hits you. And also we're gonna do the spawning of the enemies, and we'll do all of that on Friday. But today, we're just gonna make the plane move. But like I said, the first thing we're gonna do is the end screen. And so, like always, I use Pixlr, the Pixlr editor, just pixlr.com. And I already have some a you lose from my last game, so I'm just gonna reuse that same one. So if you have yours saved, you can reuse it too. If it just says you lose, right, it works for this project as well. So I'm gonna do save, and then we'll hit download. That'll download it to my homepage or to my desktop. Now we're gonna hit edit over here, and we've done this several times already. You're gonna add a lose screen. We do it as a new level. We call it game over or whatever you want to call it. We're gonna click in the top left corner, hit create. We call this a game over object. The sprite is gonna be, we're just gonna upload the image that I just created and downloaded. That's on my desktop. Yours might be in a different place. Then we press OK. As far as the coding, it's just gonna be a keyboard trigger. And when they press enter, we are going to restart the level. That block is under game flow. And actually we could just do restart game right here. Restart game. And that's it. So if I hit play right here so that we start from the game over screen, you'll see that by pressing enter, it restarts the game. And so right now we have a plane that moves left and right and shoots. This was from part 1. Let's add an enemy plane. So I'm gonna hit edit game. You can click anywhere you want, hit create. We're gonna call it enemy plane. The physics, we're gonna make it movable. You could take off affected by gravity. You could take off is solid if you want. If you do that, set enable collisions. And everything else can stay the same. Let's draw our enemy plane real quick. I'm gonna hit X to erase that image. I'm gonna decrease the grid size so I can get some more detail in there. And then we're gonna draw our enemy plane. If your game is not like, some of you guys did your games based on something else. So like someone did a flying potato game. So if you did a flying potato game, you might want to pick something that actually matches your theme. But here's my enemy plane. Oh, that side looks a little messed up. That's fine. All right, enemy. So let's fill this up with red because that makes me think danger. And let's do a little yellow cockpit over here. All right, so here's my enemy plane. I'll press OK. The coding for the enemy plane, I'm gonna go to behaviors, and we're just gonna do the movement today. So we're gonna have a once block, and we're going to set the Y velocity. So we'll go to logic and math number so that we can set it to a number of our choosing. We're gonna do a positive number. Don't forget, it needs to be positive because the Y gets larger as you go down. It gets smaller as you go up. So that works different than you're used to in math class. Right, math class, usually Y gets larger when you move up. But it works differently in a lot of game engines do this. So we're going to send this 5 to properties, velocity. And we're going to send that to the Y velocity. All right, so if I hit play, you can see the plane is moving. Now, we don't have any collisions. If you hit stop and you hit play again, you can watch it again. You can add another plane if you want to clone it. But you don't add a ton, because in the next class we're going to code it so that it keeps spawning planes every like a certain number of you pick the time and the duration, and it'll keep spawning planes. And we're also going to code the bullets so that the bullets will react to it. But that's pretty much it for today. So you are adding the end screen and an enemy plane that flies down. I'm giving you the whole period to do this, so take the time with the enemy plane. You might want to go back and touch up your plane. Like mine's is looking a little rough here. If you want to make it look a little bit better, take your time and do that as well. So thank you for watching.